All right. Hello, everyone. I think we're live. I think this is working. I'm so excited for this very, very first live stream for Kohlrabi Starship and my very first live stream in my life. Yeah, it's so cool that so many of you are already here. Hello, Victor Strano, Vapor Code, HG Forest. Hello, Kindred. Hello, Liero. So for anyone who is here who doesn't know me yet, my name is Volker, and I am the game developer behind Kohlrabi Starship, which is a cozy farming game with space travel, where you inherit your grandma's starship and you repair it, and then you travel to the distant planets and you can terraform a bit, you can collect plants and animals, and you can meet a lot of very, very cool characters. Oh, hello, Golden Lion. Hello, Black Owl Art. I see there's already a first question coming in. But before we start, so how is this going to work? I'm going to answer all your questions here. You can answer in the chat, but also there have been some people who already asked in the Discord because they can't be here today. So I will be also answering some of those questions. And and then in between, if there's time, I will play the game and show you the latest prototype, and I hope you will like it. And then last thing before we start, I want to thank all my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It just shoots my motivation straight up, and it gives me so much energy for the game when I see that you want to support the development. And then last thing, if you want to support in general, like the best thing you can do is just wishlist on Steam. That's super important for me and like would help me a lot. And otherwise you can check out the Discord. There's all the links are in the descriptions of the stream. All right. I'm also seeing my eyes are very closed all the time. I'm not sure why this is happening. Maybe I have to recalibrate my face. But let's keep it like this for now. Okay, so let's start with the question. So first question I'm seeing here is, are you really answering all questions? Depends. I mean, some things, of course, I cannot answer. For example, if you're going to ask me when the release date will be, I don't even have an answer for that right now. I will give my best to answer everything. Okay, and then I see here another question by HG Forest. Do you have plans for after the game project? Keeping in the new business, back to lame as employment? I will have to see. I really enjoy game development and also the community and like other game developers I meet on the journey. So I would really love to continue making games. If Kohlrabi Starship is successful, I actually my dream is to grow a studio a bit. So maybe have like 2-3 people in a studio to work with so that it's not just me. But I will have to see. It's really early to say for certain. Okay, next question by Golden Lion. How many festivals, advertisements has your game been shown in? Oh, that's a difficult question to answer. It has been quite a few already. Let's see. I remember there was like the Cat Awareness Day last year, which was like a Steam festival. There was the Cozy and Family Friendly Fest, which is fantastic. If you like cozy games, I can only recommend to check out. They also have a newsletter. And then there were others like, let's see, Space Exploration Fest, I think. Maybe 10 in total so far. I'm not super sure. Okay, let's see. Next question by Black Owl Art. So you play with the idea to found your own indie game studio. Technically, I'm already founded. It's just me in there, right? I just would like to grow it, if that answers the question. All right, let's see. I would pick one of the questions from Discord now. So there was one another one by HG Forest. Thank you for all the questions, by the way. So this one is, do you feel affected by scope creep? I would say sometimes, yes. I try to have a very strict time schedule. Like I have a whole project plan, a timeline for all the things I want to do. I try to list out all the tasks that I still need to do until release. Like everything is in, like I need to have 10 plans for this planet, and then how long will it take me? So I write all of this down and have like a very fixed time schedule. So this protects me quite a bit from scope creep. But I don't know, some days I'm still very excited about a new idea, and then I give myself a little bit of leeway to just explore that and implement something fun just for myself, even though I know it will probably be something that not many people will even discover. I don't know. I think it's important to still have, also have fun, and sometimes I think it's important. There's another question coming in the chat by Peter. Hello, by the way. So, Peter writes, will there be a hard limit on the amount of pets, or can we give our best to destroy the universe through the power of cat? So there won't be a hard limit, I think. I will have to test this. I haven't tested the amount of cats you can have. I mean, in theory, you can breed cats, right? And you can breed as many as you want even now, but it's quite a lot of work. It would be so fun to see what the limit is. I guess probably the game will just crash at some point or get so slow that it doesn't work anymore. So I might just have to put a limit somewhat. I will see. But I love the idea of not limiting it. Hello, Philip. Okay, so Philip writes, hi, how long have you been learning game development before you started to make Kohlrabi Starship? So actually, I didn't learn game development. I never studied game design. I studied computer science, and I was a research scientist before I went into game development. And it had nothing to do with games. I was working in the broader field of computer graphics. But then one day I decided I want to try something completely else. And I want to do game development. And then I just, almost from one day to the next, I switched careers. Of course, I put a lot of thought into it beforehand. And having studied computer science, I had some, background that helped me. I also had, experience with Unity. I used Unity before. So I didn't come from nothing, but I didn't learn it per se. All right, next question by Lero. Is Kohlrabi Starship your first game? How did your game dev journey start? I would say it is my first game. I mean, in school, I think there was a small project I did for a friend. So maybe you could count that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't personally count that. So I would say that's my first game. Another question. Oh no, let's see. Another question by Martin. Hey Martin. So, having little things that not many player may even find is the difference between a mass product and a game with an actual soul. Oh, okay, it's not a question. Thank you. I hope so. I mean, I'm struggling quite a bit not really struggling, but what I'm focusing on at the moment is to help players with quests and little tutorials to kind of guide players what to do. I do a lot of playtesting with people, and what I see is sometimes even if I have a lot of these small things in the game, it's hard to discover. So I think it needs a good balance always of things that are quite out there and people can immediately get, and then the small hidden things. Okay, next question by HT Forest. didn't you want to show your current prototype? Yes. So I can, let me get to the last question in the chat, and then I can show you the prototype. Or maybe last 2 questions. I see there's another one coming in. So, question by Vaporcode. Did you implement a custom solution for saving and loading? And if so, at a high level, can you explain? Yes, I did. And I don't think I can explain it right now. I think I implemented this like 1.5 years ago. I think maybe once this video goes online as a recording, I can post a comment with a link to some tutorials that I used when I implemented it. All right, and then last question before I show you the prototype, question by Peter. Can we have pet heads? Yes, I like pet heads. I mean, you can already have a cat ear head style. Actually, let me show you. Let's jump into the game now. So, here we go. So this is the start screen with the updated key art, which I just changed, I think, last month. And it all starts with this character creator. And I just mentioned the cat ear here, right? So let's go through some options you have here for now. You can play female and male by just changing the hair and face shape to whatever you like. This is the cat ears. Or wolf ears. Let's see. I really like green hair, so let's go with green hair and green eyes for now. And you can have different heads. I'm limiting the option for now. Later I want to have a lot more options here, but my focus right now is to work on the demo and have the demo this year. So for that I'm just going with a few options for now. Okay, let's see. Let's have some cute pink clothes. Yeah, I don't have a top hat yet, top hat stack yet, but I heard you. It will come. So, what should we name our character? Let's go with Volker. And let's go. At the moment, the prototype is very much still in development. So here we have like a little bit of an intro. Maybe, should I read it out for you all? Or maybe not. I would just leave it like this. But anyway, later on, there will be images here that explain a little bit the background story. Black Owl Art asks, did you think about to bring yourself into the game in form of an NPC as an Easter egg? I'm not sure. I would say I'm more of an introverted person, so I don't know if I want myself to be out there that much. Maybe there will be like a small portrait on a random wall somewhere in the game. I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, meet Hologram. This is your grandmother, and now she will leave you a mission. Oh, Peter is saying he meant heads for pets, not heads that look like pets. Oh, I don't know if there will be heads for pets. Maybe in a very late version. At the moment, I'm sorry, it's not a priority because there's so many more things to focus on right now. Hello, Cloudy Gaming. Cloudy Gaming is asking, you got your publisher or still in hustle? I am still in hustle. I'm still working on it. Actually, I will be going to a Nordic Gaming, I think it's called. It's a game dev convention in Sweden in I don't want to lie, I think in May, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this year I will continue my quest to find a publisher, and yeah, especially like my goal right now is to like finish the demo, to have it ready so I can yeah, impress some publishers. Okay, here we go. So we are now here ready to explore the game on this desert planet. What is the most important thing you want to implement in the game right now? Right now I'm focused, so I have sketched out and drawn quite a lot of characters and I want to bring them into the game and like have much more story. Right now it's very bare bones. The mechanics are all there, but now I'm focusing on like characters that explain a bit to you what to do, but also give them a bit of background for who they are. All of that fun stuff is coming now. All right, you can see there's already some spaceship debris lying on the floor right here. And this is where we find the time machine, which is kind of like an essential part for the game. Because, let me show you, it can actually speed up time, and you can see all the little plants grow, and this will help you a lot because the game is all about creating ecosystems, so you don't have to plant every individual plant, they will spread by themselves. You can see like some seeds here that have already spread. And the time machine will help you with that. So if you power it up enough, you can actually see how things are spreading if you choose the right plants for the right environments. So another question from Vapor Code. How do you organize yourself so you know always what to work on next? I have a lot of to-do lists. Like whenever there's an idea or feedback from playtesting or anything like that, I write it down. And I have, this is one big part. And then another big part is like the overall layout that I did in the beginning with all the tasks I want to have in the game. So I know all the systems I still need to implement and all the content I still need to implement. And then basically once a month or so, I sort all the things that are upcoming and important so that I have like the next kind of like mini to-do list for the next month. Oh, a lot of questions incoming. Cloudy gaming is... oh, that's not a question. The game's aesthetic feels quite vivid and lively. I always loved the games such as Stardew Valley and Terraria, while myself working on a horror game. Oh, I like horror games, like some horror games too. Yeah, and this, like, Kohlrabi Starship for sure is inspired too by Stardew Valley. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. Then HG Forest is asking, did you get the ecosystem idea from Terra Null? Do you know this game? No, I don't know Terra Null. But that sounds interesting. I'm gonna Terra Null? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Okay, now we are meeting Tyson. First character. First, yeah, apart from hologram, first character you will meet in the game. Right now, the character, like the dialogue you get right now, it's not how it's gonna be in game. It's more to showcase what you can do. So right now you can like praise him for his music, or you can also say that's absolutely tuneless guitar noise. Let's go with the root playthrough for now, just to see what happens. So you can see it has a little bit of like an approval and disapproval system, like in RPGs. So you can get approval with characters not just through talking and making presents, but also through dialogue choices. Let's see. Oh, Namidagawa says, all I can see is a tiny kitty. Oh, I hope this is working correctly. I hope you all can see the game. Oh yeah, I think we went past the tiny kitty. Oh, I'm so sorry. But there will be more cats I can show you very, very soon. And she Forrest is saying that voice. Yeah, so the voice acting for Tyson is done by my brother. I'm very thankful to him for lending him the voice. Oh, and I think right now, because I was too slow, we ran out of energy, so we fell asleep in the desert on the ground, which can happen. I'm still missing a few systems there that kind of like an animation that shows you that you're soon going to be passed out on the ground. Alright, so now we kind of like are past the intro, and this is where it switches a little bit to like this 2D top-down mode, which is what you will see for the rest of the game. So there's a cat here. At the moment, the cats only eat cactus fruit because there's not I haven't implemented the correct food yet. But you can feed the cats and then they will follow you around. Let's see if I can find some others. First being rude and fainting right in front of him. Yeah. And then she forces saying 1 out of 10 car variety. Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. But to make up for the car variety, we for sure have cat variety here. So let's adopt some more. You can have cats of any kind of fur color. And you can breed them as well. So for example, if you breed a white and a black cat, you will get a gray cat with like slight random variations. So in theory, you could like breed cats for green fur color eventually. Vivi is asking, are the cats randomly found in the desert or do they spawn less? So right now they're placed by hand, they don't spawn. But later on I'm planning to have, so randomly generated cats. Basically already, like the placement of the cars here and the placement of the cacti and so on, it's all based on a random game seed. So I'm planning that you can choose your seed in the beginning of the game as well, and then you get a specifically generated world. So it will be a little bit different for each playthrough. Nickname generator failed is asking, will the cats have the space helmet like on the title screen? That would be so cool. I cannot promise that, but it would be very cool. It's one of these things that's not on the core to-do list, but I might do on a day where I just want to treat myself. Then... Oh, alright. Bye, Peter. And hi, Stefan. Vivi is asking, so there could be a seed with so many cats. Yeah, what? Yeah. Yeah, it would be pretty unlikely, but yeah. So, we're now inside the spaceship. I'm cleaning up a little bit. There's already quests, so if we look into our quest log, we already complete like find a spaceship and use the weird device. We used the time machine earlier, so we can collect a reward here. Maybe let me show you the menu. Oh, developing UI is really this. I think this is my weak point, but this is what we have so far. We have an inventory, which you will be able to expand later on, so you can collect more items. This is the quest log. You just saw it. It's empty now. Then we have a calendar, and right now it looks very simple and straightforward. But later on, I mean, depending on the planet, right? Each planet has different length of month and different length of days. So this will be looking different for every planet you visit. Then these are the characters. We already met Tyson. I think we can meet this person in the demo as well. I can show you today. And the others are not in here yet, but they will be soon. Hi Blueberry Gecko, nice to have you here. Then this is a very, very bare bones building menu. I will update this for sure later. Same with the cooking menu. The only thing we can make for now is coffee. The UI looks a lot like in Stardew. Yes, that's the primary inspiration I took for the menu actually. I really like because it's very simple in Stardew. And you can build stuff right out of your inventory and you don't have to go somewhere. And so I kind of took that over. But I will be changing things probably to adapt to Kohlrabi Starship a bit more. This is a book that our grandma left us behind. She's leaving us the mission to find one day the very elusive, legendary Kohlrabi. By the way, if you have not heard of Kohlrabi before, like if you don't speak German, it's a German vegetable. There's no translation for it. It's absolutely delicious, and this is why the game is named Kohlrabi Starship. By what logic does the character glow with light? Just imagine we are having a lamp with us right now. You know, it's space technology. All right, let's have a look into the cockpit. This is where we are going to steer our spaceship through space at some point. There will be a lot of menus here, or not menus, how do you say, screens here that will tell you if you still have to repair the spaceship and how your energy level is. But so far there's just this navigating menu here with all the different planets you can go to. But that's still for the future. It's not implemented yet. It's one of the soon and upcoming features I'm working on. HG Forest is asking, are you doing actual traversing space or will it just be switching biomes on a prompt? How I envision is there will be something like a mini game to go to different planets, but it's a small mini game, so you could say it's switching biomes in a way. I'm also just seeing that our inventory is full, so... a cat decided to live with us. So the cat that we put in the cat bed is now staying with us. And I hope this doesn't crash the game, because it's... Okay, here we go. Sorry about this. Like Mass Effect Galaxy Map. Oh, it's so long ago that I played Mass Effect. I don't remember. Maybe. Nickname generator failed is asking. Currently all the tools are pretty normal. Will there be some more sci-fi looking tools later on? Yes, for sure. They're already designed. They're already in the game. You just can't buy them and upgrade them yet, but there will be. I'm pretty excited for when they're actually available in the game. Okay, so let's make some space in the inventory. We don't need all of this for now. Okay, here we go. For communication, do you rely on autoloads or resources? I rely on autoloads. Basically, I have one big game manager that is autoloaded in the beginning, and it contains a lot of smaller managers, an animal manager, an NPC manager, weather manager, all of that stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's repair the engine. We just removed this broken container, and I guess we need an energy source to put here now. So let's see if it works with one of these, maybe. Yeah, You can also see like our light around the character disappeared now. That's a bug, so the game is not bugless yet, but I'm working on it. I can't promise there won't be any other bugs right now when I show you this. Alright, but you can see we powered up the engine. This is the whole engine thing is inspired by the Wendelstein. Oh, I think we fell asleep again. Which is, how do you say this in English? Like a fusion reactor with plasma. That was the inspiration for that one. Alright, so we repaired that one. At the moment, you can see here in this menu that now here all these dots below the planets are green, which means we have enough energy in theory to travel to them, but alas, it doesn't work yet. Let's see. And then here we have one of the undestroyed farming areas of the spaceship. You can see we have some corn here, we have some lupines, birch trees. I think these are potatoes and melons. And you can see the different soil areas here, right, with the different colors. Because the clue or the gist of the game is that you can improve the soil over time. You start with this desert sand, and then if you plant the right plants, it will improve over time. And once it's good enough, you can plant more demanding plant species like the trees. And like that you can, in theory, terraform the whole desert planet you're on right now. Alright, what should we do next? There's all kinds of equipment you can buy. So there's an AC heater unit here, which lets you adjust the temperature of this area of the spaceship. So let's go to 0 degree maybe. And then I'm gonna use a secret cheat to speed up time. And you can see like the lupines here are already dead because the temperature is already below 15 degrees. Liero's asking, what do you use to create music and sound effects? So the music is the only thing I don't do by myself. I team up with my brother there because he has a music studio. So yeah, I'm super thankful. He created all the music in the background for the game. And for the sound effects, there is a website called Splice, I think, splice.com. And they have huge libraries of sound effects, and I use most of the sound effects I use from there. Some I record by myself. So the cats, for example, if you hear them meowing, that's actually my own cats that I just recorded. Chased them through the apartment until I could catch them meow. Next question by Vapor Code. Why is there a second 0 hotbar slot next to the 9 item slot? Oh, this one here. Because right now this is still, this is a German letter called SZ in German, and on a German keyboard it's next to the 0, which is why it's still here. It will be changed later on. But right now I'm still overworking the UI quite a lot. So I haven't focused on that one yet. Martin is asking, if you can improve the soil, does the soil also become worse again if you just always plant the same thing over and over? Yes. Some plants will improve the soil, some plants will decrease the soil quality. So you would have to, like in the beginning, you can just plant things that increase the soil, don't change it. And then over time, you can combine species that improve the soil with species that decrease the soil to kind of find an equilibrium. Hello, Jeu de la Rave. I'm sorry, I hope I pronounced this correctly. It's nice to have you here. This is the shop. It's very bare bones. It's gonna look so much different later on, but I wanted to show you Emma. And Emma will be the shopkeeper in the game. I don't think... Let's see if we have something to sell right now. There's still some animations missing, and it's just this very bare bones basket on the floor, but we did make some money, so we can buy some things. Oh, Liero is asking, will you be able to make fertilizers? Yes, cats will poop and they will fertilize the soil. Other pets will also poop and they will fertilize the soil. Nickname generator failed is asking, do plants also kill each other, like when some invasive species of plants spreading around and taking resources away from other plants and trees? Yeah, in theory. So if you have a species that decreases soil quality, but the plant next to it needs good soil quality, it will die because, yeah, the soil is not good enough anymore. Oh, now I talked to the cat, which means it stops following us, unfortunately. This is something I still need to fix, to figure out good mechanics of how to interact with the cats. Alright, what else is there to show you? Let me know if you want to see anything else. I think we're reaching a little bit all the things that are in the prototype right now. So far I focused a lot on the mechanics so that everything is working, like all the core mechanics that I want to have. So I haven't focused on the content so much yet, which means this is all there is for now. The cat has its own shopping list, yeah, for sure. Are there achievements? If so, how many? And how did you decide which should be an achievement? There will be achievements, but I haven't decided on them yet. And I guess I will just go by what I know is in the game. And then, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I guess I will just brainstorm and come up with things. I haven't thought about this at all yet. Nickname generator failed is asking, what is your plan for space travel? Is the player expected to stay long at the initial planet until they can space travel, or... So the plan is that first you have to repair the spaceship. So you have to repair the engine, and you have to repair all the windows, so you can see there... Oh, well, I just broke the window more. But you can see that like some of them are open. So you have to close the windows and you have to repair them, fuel up the spaceship, and then you can go. And as soon as you do this, you can yeah, pretty much go. So I would say it's not like you're gonna stay a month necessarily on this first planet. It really depends a little bit of, yeah, of how far you can collect all the things, but I don't want it to make it too long, because I think it's quite a core principle or core enjoyment of the game to just, yeah, be able to travel around. Will there be a Steam demo? Let's say I don't want to promise anything, but it's highly likely that there will be a Steam demo. I'm working on a polished demo right now. That's the big next milestone. And yeah, but I don't want to promise anything because sometimes plans can change, but I really, maybe let's say 90% chance of there being a Steam demo. Joe is saying, I have a little improvement idea. Can change the sound of the dialogue because the one you have right now is a little bit too futuristic, I think. Oh, do you mean of the main character, or do you mean of like Emma and Tyson that we talked to? Because I completely agree with you when it comes to our little guy or girl here. I'm thinking of maybe having two different voices that you can choose from in the character creator. but I haven't recorded anything yet. So yeah, so far that's all we have. It's just some placeholder sounds. Vaporcode is asking, do you plan on post-launch updates, or will you focus on your next project? This depends a little bit. I really want to, I love this game. I've been working 2 years on it now, and I'm not tired of it. So I hope I can improve it as long as I can. But it depends a little bit of how successful the game will be at release or at early access. If there will be the funds to continue working on it. Oh no, you can see I planted some plants, but I forgot that we have the heater on 0 degrees, so they all died after they sprouted. Next question by Martin. Are the other planets random, and can you travel back to old planets? You can travel back to old planets, and the other planets, they are, let's say, partly random. So kind of like the overall layout and the plants and so on are random, but there will be pockets of specifically designed areas. We have a sandstorm today, so let me fast forward time again so we can play a day with a little bit more visibility. Maybe what I can also show you by this cheat fast forward is how the plants spread. So on other planets, for example, there will be things like a space bar for space travelers and all of these things. And of course, those are not randomly generated, but the, let's say, the ecosystem areas, they will be randomly generated. So sometimes it will also be a little bit different what kind of plants you can find in a playthrough. You will always be able to find all of them, but it might be a little bit more difficult. We have a full inventory again. Someone... Uok, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce this correctly. Hello, nice to have you here. They're writing, I thought you had 4 ears for a minute. I guess that's the paws of the cat on my head. It's just, I don't have ears, it's just the cat on my head. Bye Lero, was so nice to have you here. Alright, so maybe let me pause the game here for now. I think I showed you everything. If you have something you want me to show you, just let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I will be switching back and I will be answering a few more questions that came up in the Discord. So let's see. So a question by HD Forest. Has switching engine affected your plans for the game as a whole, or was it merely a matter of integrating tech? I would say overall it was basically just a question of porting everything, integrating tech. I think there's maybe just one small thing that had to change, and that is the light. So Godot, which I'm using now, has a limit of how many lights you can have on one object, which means I have to I wanted to create this dark planet where everything glows in the dark, which means it comes with tons of lights, right? And I've had to find a little bit of a different solution there, which means it looks slightly different than what I would have gone for, but that's the only minor thing. The questions about the ears are coming up. I'm not sure how to answer that. I guess I have ears. Oh, yeah, right. I do have ears. I just don't have cat ears. So yeah, I have 2 ears, and the cat has 2 cat ears, and then there's also the cat paws that might confuse people. All right, next question by Vapor Code. Did you come up with your own code architecture and made a workflow that works for you, that streamlines your development process? To an extent, I would say. Like wherever Godot offers tools and features, I would use those. But for a lot of things, I just had to, write my own stuff. So, for example, for the dialogue system, right? That's, I would say, a system that I designed from ground up and I'm using now. Right, part of it is the UI where like the letters slowly pop in and you have the voice that comes with it, and you have the character portrait that changes, and you have the dialogue choices, and then the NPC approval and disapproval. Let's see, did I answer all of that question? I would say, and overall that kind of like, I try to make it, to fix it according to my own needs, so that later on, now when I'm starting to make all of the content, it would save me as much time as possible. Blueberry Gecko is asking, kind of a silly question. Was it worth it so far? I don't know how developing a game full-time feels, but I'd imagine that it's really challenging at times. Yes to both questions. Yes, it was for sure absolutely worth it. Like, even if I had to stop tomorrow and the game would never see the light of day, which of course I will not do, and hopefully I will give all I have to make the game, to finish the game. But even if it stopped tomorrow, it would still be worth it, because it's a really incredible journey. But it also is challenging at times. I think what helps me a lot is that I joined the game development community in the city where I live, which helps a lot. So I'm visiting a co-working space there, and so during the day I hang out with a lot of other game developers, and so you can exchange ideas. And I also went to conventions like GDC last year and Gamescom, and this helps a lot to make it easier. I mean, these events are super hard to prepare for and super stressful, but at the same time, it's giving a lot of motivation. And I just really, really, really love all the different aspects of game development, like the art, the coding, everything. So I think it's, for me personally, it's really worth it. It's a really nice way of working. So let's see for more questions. Martin is asking, do you also use Godot's own GDScript language? I don't. I think if I would start a new project, I would probably do it. But I started Kohlrabi Starship in Unity, actually. And then I think half a year in, at the time when Unity changed their terms of service, I switched to Godot. And so I just stuck with C# because it was just easier porting everything. But I think for a new project, I would maybe go and use GDScript because it's quite well integrated. I don't know. Maybe I would stick with C#. Who knows? Yeah. Okay, next question by Black Owl Art. What was the biggest challenge to learn two different code languages, C and GDScript? I mean, I don't think it was that the language itself was a huge challenge. So before I started working on games in general, I used C++ mainly. I think I've used C# just a couple times. The switch is very straightforward. It's just learning a few new concepts that come with C#. So yeah, I think once you already know a couple of languages, the switch is not that big anymore. Okay, next question by Je. Are you still developing the game full-time? Because you said that you were not sure to have enough money to work on maybe have to work on another job. Yeah, I'm still working on it full-time. I'm still A-okay with the funding. I will have to see in July, I think, this year. But I just applied to 2 grants that support game development in Switzerland. And if I get them, I can continue working full-time on the game. So right now, it's not a big worry. It might be in the future, I will have to see. But by that time, maybe I will also have found a publisher, right? Okay. Uok is asking, I've joined the stream a bit late, but is your game a roguelite? Dialogues in roguelites are sadly lackluster. So no, it's not a roguelite at all. It's a farming game with terraforming aspects and kind of like a dating sim, you could say, when it comes to the characters. So there will be, I will be focusing a lot on really nice dialogues, hopefully. Hopefully you will like them. It's one of the things I'm really looking forward to, finally having time to focus on the dialogues. It's one of the major parts that I think will be super fun. But it's so like all traditional farming games, it's kind of open-ended, sandboxy, so you can build up your own farm, you can terraform the planets, you can kind of create your own world. So there's no game over, there's no going back to the base to prepare for a new run. Ju is saying, I hear a cat in the background. Yes, I had to throw them out of the room. I have 3 cats, because otherwise they would just jump around on the equipment for the stream. But I think they're not happy about it, and they're making it known. Another question by Work. With multiple randomly generated planets, it sounded like a roguelite, sorry. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I guess so. I can understand. Martin is saying, do you have or plan something like Patreon or Kickstarter to help with funding? I already have a Patreon. I think the link is in the description. You can check it out there. And I think, on the bottom left corner, you can see my top Patreon supporters, which I'm I think I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm so grateful to. And I am also thinking about Kickstarter, but it's a tricky thing with Kickstarter because there's a lot of work that goes into it. And if a campaign is not successful, it's a really, really bad view with publishers. I can't promise yet if I will do Kickstarter or not, but I'm definitely thinking about it. H Forest is asking, will there be a talking tree so I can make a dialogue? I think I have to ban puns in the chat. There will be no talking trees. Martin is asking, cats thrown out of the room? Yes, I will apologize to them later. I guess they will get some extra treats. But they will survive. That's it's part of cat life, I guess. Okay, let me go back to... there's another question. Oh no, it's deleted. Okay, so let's go back to another Discord question. Another one by HG Forest. Do you watch other devlogs or game making videos? I did. So I'm now 2 years into development, right? And I think the first year I watched a lot of other people developing games on YouTube. Let's see. I think... What are their names? I think Thin Matrix, who developed Equilinox. I followed a lot. I tried out Equilinox as well, and I really love that game. And then also DevDuck, who is developing Dolphin. I really also like his devlogs. Nico, hello. He's saying, I met you once at Comic-Con. You painted a dog. It was wonderful. Thanks so much. Nice to see you again here digitally. Did I paint the dog for you, or did you just come by for watching? Yeah. I'm not doing any art conventions anymore because I'm just so busy with the game. But maybe in the future I will go again. Okay, so let's see. Next question by Namidagawa. What are the parts of the game you can't really work on yet and you're most looking forward to? Yeah, I think you already said it there. Like, for sure, the dialogues. I think just coming up with background stories for the characters and then you slowly getting to know them. I think this is the most fun part. And also designing the characters. I really like that aspect. I think by now there's already 8 characters that are finished. I think in the demo right now you just saw 2 plus hologram. But there are more for sure in the funnel, and I just have to put them in a game and write dialogue for them. And yeah. Let's see. Je is asking, do you think you will add a multiplayer mode to it like Stardew Valley? Sorry. So right now it's not planned, at least not for the 1.0 release. I guess Stardew Valley did it too, right? He added the multiplayer just afterwards, after the game was quite successful. And I think I would just do the same. Like, if the game is very successful, I would love to work on a multiplayer. But right now, it would just be too much work. And it's just me, right? So I have to make some cuts somewhere. But I think I would love a multiplayer because I played multiplayer on Stardew also quite a lot with friends, and I really like that. Oh, hello Anung to this live stream. Nice to have you. Edgy Forest is asking, my kid wants to know the name of the cat on your head. Oh, her name is Chiki. That's a cat that I actually own. All right. Then Black Owl Art is asking, do you plan to present your game on more game events, conferences, exhibitions? Yes. So right now I'm planning to go to Nordic Games in Sweden. I think I mentioned it before. There will be, I think in May, I please check online because I sometimes forget. But there I will be mostly there to talk to publishers. I'm working on being able to go to Gamescom again this year, but I don't know yet if that's possible. That depends on a lot of factors, not just my own decisions. So I can't promise anything there yet. So these 2 for sure. And yeah, I also really, really hope that I can go to the Tokyo Game Showcase at one point, just because I really want to go to Japan. But I guess a lot of you are not in Tokyo, so yeah. But for sure I will let everyone know on the Discord channel once I know which conferences I can attend. And maybe I will attend some more in Switzerland, like the Hero Fest in Bern or Popcorn in Zurich or Fantasy Basel. Maybe at some point with the game as well, if it's further along. Nico, thank you for your very kind words. Black O Art is asking, like the Games Ground Berlin. Maybe I will go there too, but no promises. I'm trying to do 2 to 3 conventions a year because otherwise I will just die of exhaustion. So I'm always focusing on the bigger ones first, where I will have the most chances of like meeting people and publishers. Yeah. All right. Je is asking, have you already participated in a game jam? Actually, I haven't. Or maybe I have. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I have once, but I only did the art at that point. I did it with friends. But I think, yeah, just once. And then another question by Vaporcode. Have you considered hiring Godot developers to help with this project? C# or GDScript. I keep an eye out on your next projects just in case. So for Kohlrabi Starship, I will probably not hire any other developers, especially because right now all the mechanics, or most of the mechanics, are finished, and I'm starting to work on content. But I might be looking into hiring an artist in Switzerland. But no promises again, because that also depends on a lot of outside factors that I have no control over. Okay, then I think we are through all the questions from the chat right now. So let's see. There's more chats from the more questions from the Discord. So let's see what we have there. So questions by HG Forest again. Would you rather finish the game quickly and then enhance it via updates, or do you want to have it done on release? I think that's quite a difficult question, because in theory, right? In theory, I quite enjoy just working on a project, polishing it until I'm very, very happy with it, and then showing it to people. Because it can be quite scary to show unfinished things, because I see all the things that still need improvement, and But realistically, because it's just me, and I need to make sure, how to say, like, as a solo developer, I think it makes more sense to show the game early on. So I will highly likely do a demo. I will highly likely do early access, and then just improve the game together with the feedback from you and the community, and improve it over time. And then hopefully also after release. Je is asking, do different plants have effects on the ecosystem? So yes, in the sense that plants can change the soil quality. That's how it works right now, right? And so through the soil quality, other plants can grow, and then it kind of changes what plants are in the ecosystem, and basically you can imagine the desert getting greener over time. Another way that they influence the ecosystem is that the cats, for example, but there will be other animals, they can eat certain plants that they eat. And then the cats will basically spread, and the cat poop will also fertilize the soil. So you kind of have a feedback loop there too, right? So this is how they influence the ecosystems. Right now, plants don't affect the climate, but this is something I might put into the game later on, depending if I have time, because I think it's also a really nice mechanic if you could change the whole climate of a planet as well, just by, making it green again. Ashy Forest is saying, you very meanly skipped one of my questions. I'm so sorry. Please, could you let me know which one I missed? There's so many right now. Like, I just might have slipped me. Sorry about that. Uruk is saying, embrace the day one patch. It's the industry standard. Don't be afraid to release alpha build. Yeah, now that I develop games, I can actually understand why that's a thing. I feel so much for developers now, and all these things that come with it. Day one patches is one of them. All right. Let's see. HG Forest is asking, if I asked you for a free copy of the game, would your answer be the same as to this question? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what what this question is. Is this a yes or no question? And then you're asking me if I'm not really sure. But I'm sorry, there will be no free copies at the moment. I guess that's the whole answer. I mean, right now, there's not even a game to give out yet, right? The only way you can play at the moment is if you are a Patreon, then you can access the monthly builds of the game. But that's it at the moment. It's a tautological question. Okay, that doesn't really help me out so much. It's a trap. Yeah, I think it's a trap. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's see. What other questions do we have on the Discord? I also apologize for my my face is also doing the closed eyes all the time again. I guess next time I will recalibrate my face a little bit better. Sorry, everyone. All right. Then in the Discord, do you have early access plans? Is another question, but I guess we already answered this one. Another question is, which existing game do you wish you had made? Oh, I guess there's so many cool games out there, right? So, if I made any of them, I would be very happy. Right now, I'm a big fan of Baldur's Gate 3, but that's not a one-person project, so I don't think really that fits the question very well. I think another game that came out recently is Tiny Glade. You know, it's like a game where you build little castles, and I think the core team is just 2 people, and it's so beautiful, but also very technically interesting to make, I think. So if I made that, I would be a happy person. Work is saying the right answer is 5 Days a Stranger. Oh, I don't know this one. I will have to check it out. Vapor Code is asking, how much do you love Godot 1 to 10? I think I would give it a solid 9. I love it a lot. Okay, let's say if it's just about feelings, right? I would give it a 10. No questions asked. 20 out of 10. I don't know why, but I really love Godot. If it's more about reasonable, how great will it be for other people, I would give it maybe an 8 to 9. It really depends what you want to build with it. Godot is not perfect, like any game engine isn't. But yeah, I really like it. Like, especially for 2D games, it's so strong. And they publish or release updates all the time. I think, 4.4, I think, was just released. So that's another huge advantage of it. Yeah, Black All Art is saying Godot will grow. Yeah, for sure. And it already is. I went to GodotCon last year, and I think they said that they had like double the attendees than the year before. So it really is growing. Nico is asking, you are the only developer, right? That is really amazing. Oh, thank you. I think you once said you quit your job for the game. Do you regret that? And how much % of the game do you think are done? All right, so let's start with the first one. So yeah, I'm the only developer. There's only one thing I don't do, which is the music, which my brother does. But it's kind of like he's kind of like working as a freelancer in this position, so he's not part of the team. But the art, the coding is all me. And do you regret quitting your job? No, I don't regret it. It's such a great experience. It's 2 different questions, right? Do I regret it, and would I recommend it to other people? I don't regret it at all. I think for me it was absolutely the right decision. I'm learning so much. I'm kind of living my dream. But I also planned a lot beforehand so that the financial risk wouldn't be too huge, right? Like, if you're thinking about doing it yourself, really make sure that you plan ahead a lot. Because it can be, like right now, I financed a huge part of the development so far. There was also a grant that I got, I think, after the first year of development. But it will be quite some time you have to fund yourself. So make sure you are able to do that. Just making sure that I'm not recommending just people quitting their job here. Yeah, please be careful, everyone. All right. Okay, and what % of the game do you think are done? I Let's see. That's a tough question. Maybe if we just calculate by time. No, let's go by content. So content-wise, it's still quite a lot to do, right? The plan is to have 5 planets for release, and I think I planned 3 for early access, something like that. And so right now in the prototype I showed you, you just saw one of them, right? There's a second one that is kinda maybe 40% done. And so I have a lot of the planets to do. I have a lot of the characters to do, the dialogue. I don't know. I don't really want to put a percentage on it because, like game development always takes a bit longer than you estimate. And yeah, sorry about that. Okay, Jules is asking, I'm subscribed to so many game dev YouTubers, but your channel is my favorite. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot, really. Thank you. My channel is quite small still, so yeah, thank you. All right, so I think there's just 3 more questions from the Discord server, so let's jump to the next one there. HG Force is asking, what's next? I think I might have kind of hinted at these things already a little bit. So right now I'm working on finishing the demo, and especially for that I need to put in all the characters I have right now and add dialogues. So that's the next big upcoming milestone. And now in the chat, HG Force is asking, will there be an end of the story that fades into endless free play, or is there an actual end to the game like Subnautica? I think there will not be kind of the end of the story. There will be different subplots, not subplots, sub-goals. So for example, you can marry one of the characters, right? So maybe some people would consider that the end of the story. Or you could discover all the planets and collect all the plants, and maybe that's the end of the story. But there's not like in Subnautica where there's an actual end. Each character could kind of have their own story arc. So maybe to each of those you can consider different endings. Yeah, a little bit like that. Vera Studios. Hi, I think I haven't seen you in the chat yet. So Vera Studios is asking, any plans for your next game? No. No, 0 plans for the next game. I'm completely focused on Kohlrabi Starship right now. Sometimes I'm thinking about the overall genre I would do in the next game, but even there I don't have any concrete plans. Just sometimes I brainstorm when I'm sitting on the train. Yeah. Urg is saying, as an avid niche VTuber watcher, 20 people in the chat is very good. Thank you. That's actually good to hear. I have no idea what numbers are good. So this is, I think I mentioned that, right? That this is my very first live stream whatsoever in my life. So just kind of going with the flow here. I'm very happy that actually all the technology is holding up so far, and none of the million softwares I have in the background has crashed on us so far. So yeah, but it's so fun. It's I'm really happy that you are all here and asking questions. Jules saying, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a really nice evening or day wherever you are. Okay, let's see. I think 2 more questions in the Discord. So Keegan is asking, what part of Kohlrabi Starship excites you the most as the developer? Oh, I think that changes from time to time. Right now, as I said, I'm so looking forward to writing dialogues. I think in the beginning, it was mostly implementing all the simulation stuff, right? So like the day cycle, the temperature cycle, how the plants will interact with each other. I really loved focusing on that. And maybe long term, I'm also really looking forward to working on the sound effects more. Right now, I'm just kind of like throwing them in there so there's something. But of course, there needs to be a lot more work on like balancing them out and making it really nice to the ears. So I think that's something I'm looking forward to. Yeah. HT Forest is asking, you also owe me a well-practiced, der kleine plappernde Kaplan klebt kleine peppige Pappplakate an die klappernde Kapellwand. Okay, so here you go, I said it. For everyone who didn't understand that, that's kind of like a German tongue breaker. HT Forest asked me in the Discord beforehand if I would say it. So, yeah, there you go. Work is asking, here's the real question. Have you decided on a price yet? I've already wishlisted the game as I've very much enjoyed the games in the genre. I have not. What I can say is I already did like a lot of market research on like how other games price themselves. And so it will be very much in the range of other games yet. Yeah. But I don't want to say anything on that because I'm still looking for a publisher and they will have a big say in that probably as well. So yeah, no promises yet. But it's very likely that it will just be priced similarly to other games. Okay, I think I've done all the questions from the Discord. So if there are no more questions in the chat, I think we can kind of wrap up the stream for today. Let me know let me know. Maybe I will just keep chatting away for like 3 more minutes. So you can just write down all the other questions you might have in the chat during that time. And if no more questions are coming in, I can already say like this was a real pleasure. I was very nervous for my first live stream, and it was so much fun to do. Yeah, what else? What else can I tell you about the game? I think I said so much already during the stream. Yeah, I think, okay, so maybe let's see. I think a question I can answer that wasn't asked yet is maybe what's the most important thing for me to kind of like keep me going and make this a success. I think it's just having people who have been longer in the business and I can talk to. I mentioned that I'm in this co-working space with other game devs, and there's a few studios there that have been around, I think, for 8 years now, and they've published several games. Yeah, shout out to the Stray Fawn studio. They did, for example, the Wandering Village. So, for example, they are part of the hub. And it's just so helpful to have people share their experience with you, because in the beginning, I thought I could learn everything from YouTube videos because there's so many out there. But the industry is changing so quickly all the time that advice also changes. And having someone work in the industry you can talk to is just like, that's the most important thing, I think. Okay, I think, let's see, there's more things coming in. Martin is saying, thank you for the stream. Thank you for stopping by, really. I also had a very nice time. And then Org is saying, I've only been able to see the desert planet as I've come in late. But are you sure about the sandstorm mechanic? That looks very unplayable. Well, yeah, actually the sandstorm is a little bit strong right now. It's supposed to be a little bit less strong. You're supposed to actually see what you're doing. So there will be sandstorms, but they will be less strong for sure. It's a bug at the moment. Vera Studios is asking, thoughts on its success. What are you hoping it does? Basically, what I want is that the game sells enough to pay for the development costs it had, and to pay for me being able to develop the next game. That's all I want. And yeah, that's basically it. And then Namidagawa is saying, pleasure shared. Thank you for being so nice, skilled, and hardworking. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by. It's so inspiring. Wishing you the best for what's to come. Thank you so much. Really, it means a lot. Also, thank you for joining the Discord. Yeah, it's really nice having you all here. I've had such a great time. All right, HG4 is saying, need to bring the kids to bed. All right, bye. It was nice having you here. Yeah, I think I will wrap up the live stream here now. I hope you have all a very, very nice evening or day or morning, wherever you are. And yeah, join the Discord if you want to keep updated. I have a lot more, regular updates there than on YouTube. So if you want to stay up to date, join the Discord. Otherwise, there will be videos about the game development once in a while. Yeah, and that's it. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming by. Bye-bye.